Yo, what's up guys? So in this video I'm going to be talking about how to piece control and also how to do it effectively in fights and creative. So I'm going to be splitting this video up into two parts. The first part is I'm going to be talking about how to piece control effectively with different tactics and how I piece control. And the second part of the video is going to be me 1v1ing people in creative matchmaking so you guys can see how I piece control and how I do it effectively. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please drop a like and subscribe. See you guys. So we're going to be talking about the first part of the video, which is the core fundamentals, how to piece control. So the first thing that I wanted to say is that I've seen so many videos on YouTube saying how to piece control and how to do it effectively, but in my opinion those videos are just showing ways and how to piece control, and what I mean by that is like tactics. So like you can do this, let's say like that, but you can't use it in game, or you don't know how to like mix it into your gameplay. So the first thing I want to talk about, and probably the most important thing of piece control, is movement. Now, movement is probably the most underrated thing, especially because I'm on controller. I can play keyboard as well. It's like not a big deal because keyboard and mouse is also like you can have really good movement, but the most important thing is movement, just because you can weave in and out of builds, and I'll be putting up clips right now showing that how I piece control and how I move around my opponent. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is crosshair placement. And I am not saying that I have like insane crosshair placement, because like I'm not considered a top tier professional or anything. I play on 60 ping and my crosshair placement is okay. So I feel like crosshair placement is the thing that people mess up a lot in piece control, because a lot of people is like this or something, like they don't know how to like piece control properly just because their crosshair placement is not great. So how I usually improve my crosshair placement is that I usually free build, and just to add in to practice your crosshair placement, try and like fit in some high walls. And high walls are probably the most important thing and one of the most effective ways how to piece control. Now, piece controlling with high walls is, if you can see in this clip right here. So what I did is basically an edit. I jumped out, turned back around, and if you could see, I placed a high wall, placed a ramp, and then edit. Now, this high wall was crucial, because the other guy, if he was standing below this ramp, he could easily place a wall and block me off and just make the fight last a lot longer. Now, of course, the whole point of piece control is to end the fights quicker. Now, crosshair placement is very crucial, especially trying to box people up. And I feel the most underrated thing is used cones. Now, if you just place a cone right here, and let's say they're under you, a lot of people might just edit down or something. But I think is that people don't expect is to maneuver around here. Now, if you can see in most of my clips and my videos, this is what I do. And if I maneuver around, as you can see, I place a wall under me, in front of me, and a cone. So what I do is usually edit so I can get a right angle peek and place a cone. Now, walls are effective, but if they already have walls, do not waste your time just trying to do that. If you know they're already boxed up and they have two walls right there, but if they don't, might as well place it just to get some extra build. And also, if it is like this, you can also pre-place this wall so they can't go over here, because you can edit and place a wall. Now, if you do piece control like this, make sure to take your time, because a lot of people I see is that the reason they mess up piece control is that they could piece control but miss so much of their shotgun aim. Now, this happens to everyone, even me, but I feel like a lot of people always like try and rush their shots, And now what I think is the best is to like time and be patient about your shot to get a really hard hitting pump and try and end the fight quicker. Because if you miss all your shots, it's gonna take the fight longer, and especially in an arena, that's extremely crucial. Now, the next part is kind of simple, but very important. Now, I don't play that much arena. I'm not even close to champs, but the last thing is watching your opponent. Now, I've seen a lot of tips and tricks saying you gotta watch your opponent to have good piece control, and that's true. Now, you have to constantly watch your opponent, and now, what I recommend for some newer players and, you know, players that might not be great at piece control and might not know how, like, to properly watch their opponent and, track them, is I usually turn on, back then, is visual sound effects. Now, if you don't know what these are, since I don't have anybody with me, is that they will show up footprints depending where your enemies are. Now, these are really good for piece control. I used to use them a lot, but now I don't really use them because first, it looks bad for clips, and two, I don't really need it. Now, but using this is very effective, especially because watching your opponent in-game, let's say they're just hiding in a box, you can take advantage of it. So, hold on. So, let's say I make a box here. So, let's say I take this wall. Okay, there we go. So, let's say I place a cone. Now, it depends. You have to watch where your opponent is, because if you're also the person in the box, do not, if you see your opponent in front of you, do not always edit to the side, because people will expect it. Now, as you can see, people can just do this, and you're dead, pretty much. Now, what I usually do is like to go to this back. And also, this also, you have to watch out, because if somebody ramps up and does this, you're also pretty much dead. So, watching your opponent is one of the key factors to piece control great. So, that's pretty much all the fundamentals of how to piece control, because piece control is the meta and will win you a lot more fights if you can't piece control. So, I'm going to show up 1v1 clips right now. So, yeah, see you guys then. Spend it at the same time. Don't be like, you know, wasteful.
Yeah.
Holy! Oh my god! Oh my god! No!
Wow, you said that. That's like from Sector 1. Like, that's like from the OG. Bro, come on. Come on, man. Oh my god.
Alright, thank you guys for watching that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did learn something or got any information, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. See you guys.